In this video, I want to quickly explain how to assign an initiative for Azure Policy to audit settings inside virtual machines. Again, picking up right where we left off from the first two videos. In the first video, I explained how to discover this content, and in the second video, I explained the value of an initiative and how it makes your life easier. In this third video, I'm going to explain how to assign the initiative so that you can actually conduct audits inside your virtual machines. You'll see, viewing this initiative, I can click on a button named Assign. Or, if you remember back to that first video where we saw the entire list of content and then filtered it down to just guest configuration and just initiatives, you can also right-click on those individual rows and assign content from there. Let's click on that Assign button, and we're going to spend most of our time in this video on this page. The first thing to do is assign a scope, which means where in Azure do you want this to be applied. You'll see that my Azure Mask plugin is filtering out this management group section, but you can assign to a scope of a management group. I can also filter down to a specific subscription. I can audit all the VMs across a subscription. Or what we're going to do in this case is click on Resource Group and select Contoso Dev-Guest Config as just one specific resource group where we want this to be applied. Now, if for any reason I do want to exclude VMs, I can go in here and optionally choose individual resources like individual servers that I want to exclude from this check. But for now, we're just going to check everything in scope. The one field that you really might want to think about customizing is the assignment name. So this generic name is just getting copied from the initiative name, Audit Applications Inside Windows VMs. But let's create an audit assignment that's specifically going to look for Puppet Labs software. So let's go check if the Puppet agent has been installed inside my VMs in this resource group. Maybe that's an operational requirement for me. So let's just say Puppet agent must be installed inside Windows VMs. I can also provide a descriptive text. Maybe I'm sharing this access to the resource group with multiple people, and I want to explain exactly why I'm making this check. And then we have the parameters that feed this definition. And in this case, it's just an application name. If I look at the info bubble, you'll see some examples of how I can use wildcards to do this. So I might be looking for only a specific version. I do have to know what is the name of the application as it shows up in Windows so that I can go audit for that. But I've done my homework ahead of creating this video. I know it's going to be Puppet Agent and then in parentheses 64-bit. I'm actually just going to look for all versions of Puppet Agent. And then I'm going to put an asterisk on the end so that if any version of the Puppet agent is installed, then this machine will be considered to be compliant. And in future iterations, maybe I want to look for a specific version or a specific architecture. I'm going to check this box. It's actually super important for create a managed identity. And that's what will allow this process to be successful. If you have any trouble, one of the first things you'll want to do is come back and look at your assignment and make sure that the identity's been created and that the current permissions field has a value. That's it. I'm going to click on Assign. This is now going to get assigned to that scope. In our next video, I'm going to talk about how to bring existing machines into that check. And then in our next video after that, we're going to talk about how to look at the results. Thank you very much.